Hey men, welcome back to another video. Thank you if you've been watching along. This video is definitely going to slightly build on the other one that was talking about the sort of ages of 25 to 30 as a man and like how to step into your most fulfilling life and sort of live the life that you know you're meant to live. And I'm going to keep this short and potent, but it was just something that just was sitting on my heart that I just wanted to share. I'm just about to go into the gym, but I've been obviously for a very, very long time trying to work out the best approach to live life, to sort of get and squeeze out the most fulfillment out of the present moment now, because that's all that we have. And for a long time of my young childhood and adult and adolescence life, I lived for other people. I cared so much about what other people thought, and I was a people pleaser, a yes man, and I required external validation. My whole life was built off seeking external validation from my dad, from sport, from playing footy, from females. Like I used to, all of those avenues were just ways for me, social media as well, to receive external validation. Because I couldn't validate myself, I genuinely lacked belief and unconditional love for myself. And that's still an ongoing process. Like I still have those wounds and shadows that I'm very aware of now and I'm working through. But for so long, even when I first started this personal growth, personal development journey as a young man, like say 2 years ago, I was still searching for external validation in everything that I did. And that led to a lot of inauthenticity. It led to a lot of misalignment because I would do things that other people suggested and that other people thought I should do versus not trusting my own intuition, versus not knowing what's best for me. And I guess what I wanted to share in this video, which is like a really powerful shift, if you are sort of in this stage where you are feeling stuck, it doesn't really matter what age you are. Like if you're in your 20s, even in your early 30s, and you're feeling stuck, it's potentially due to being in misalignment with what's actually meant for you. And when you start listening to yourself, your soul, your own intuition, that's when the opportunities and you start to come up and you start to flow with the universe. And once you start no longer caring what people think, and I know that is easier said than done, but that starts with trusting yourself and setting boundaries and going, you know what, I'm going to follow my inner knowing, my intuition above everything else. Because once you start doing that, that's when you start having a deeper connection with source, with God and your own inner knowing. And that's when opportunities start to come up and you start to get and build more confidence within yourself, because you are like, all right, I'm going to trust this little whisper that my soul's given me. And then you do. And then you find fulfillment in that. Something goes your way, you meet someone, you get this feeling of like aliveness and lightness when you finally decide, I'm going to just start to follow the breadcrumbs that my soul has been giving me the whole time, but I've been scared to listen to. And that's essentially sort of validating yourself. And like I've just spoken a lot about like intuition and trusting yourself. That's like the first point. But the second point I wanted to sort of combine is when you're at this point in your journey where you're like, what the fuck do I do now? Like I've lived a whole life living for other people, seeking external validation. It can be uncomfortable trying to validate yourself, but that's currently what I'm looking at now. Learning to essentially play a game with myself day to day, validate myself by building inner confidence through showing up, keeping my word to myself and doing the things that I say that I'm going to do and having integrity with myself. That's validating myself, and that is no longer living for other people. And that I've been doing that the last couple of days. Even today, it's been exciting. Like I'm about to go to the gym. I've filmed a couple of videos. I've meditated, and every time that I've done those things, I've celebrated. I've patted myself on the back and gone, fuck yeah, Cooper, let's fucking go. Like you've just won. That's a win. And I'm building this like winner effect, winning feeling in me that I have not had for so long. Like I'm finally deciding to be on my own team and separate from my mind's, I guess, limiting beliefs and thoughts that tell me I'm not good enough, you can't do this. I'm deciding to live now, and I'm just blocking out the external world. I know what the next steps are for me, and I'm going to trust that. And that's the transmission I want to give to you. You know what to do, bro. Like, you know what's best for you. Trust that. And then show up every day for yourself, not for anyone else, and don't give a single fuck what other people are doing. Everyone's focused on what they're doing, but true fulfillment and like inner validation or inner fulfillment and confidence comes from doing the things that you say you're going to do. And that's something that I've struggled with for so long, but like I finally understand that that's been a massive missing piece, and I'm happy to be super open and vulnerable about that fact that like I haven't kept my word to the level that I would have liked to, and it's correlated to me having a lack of confidence and fulfillment in myself. But even this last couple of days, just showing up to the gym, waking up on time, like just stacking these little wins and habits, it's felt fantastic. It's just been like, fuck yeah, like I believe in myself, like oh, I've got this, and I'm not bound by all of these limiting beliefs and whatnot. And I'm going to make another video on that whole like feeling ready and like self-help, self-improvement trap. But yeah, I just wanted to give the transmission of like, listen to your intuition and learn to live for yourself and validate yourself through your daily habits and actions and discipline as a foundation, and no longer seek external validation. Because paradoxically, when that happens, that's when the magnetic frequency, the authenticity comes up, because you're being you, you're living you, and you're doing your best version of yourself. You're doing you, and you're not doing it for anyone else. And that's when the motivation sort of drops anyway. But when you start doing it for you and you get a taste of it and you go, fuck, this is fantastic, I can actually trust myself, that's when you can just move through life and go after what you want and live in alignment, because you trust yourself through that inner validation. You know what's best for you. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly drop that. I hope you got some value out of that. Subscribe along if yeah, that resonated. But keep going, brother. 2025, this is our fucking year. Let's go. This is our year.